That's the new thing.
I'm gonna figure it out.
You got it, baby. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the PolyTalk. As usual, give us a second. Let these viewers build up. Get these viewers up a little bit. And we're going to kick it off in just a few minutes.
Hi, that was quick.
I don't even think I tagged the
Hey.
event.
Hey, baby.
Let's see.
How was your day?
Hey.
One, but
Okay.
Yeah, it's intermediate.
Boom. Boom.
King is here. Qing Javon. Hi, gorgeous.
Oh yeah, you can see my soul. You can't hit it. Whatever. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Happy Sunday.
Hi, my wonderful life partner.
What is on the menu for Sunday dinner tonight? Who's cooking?
That's a good ass question.
Yeah, who's cooking?
It's Sunday.
I cook today.
Oh yes. Great Sunday plan.
Yeah.
Nadia Tanner. I think I'm going blind. This is what's up. How are y'all?
What's up? I'm
Hey,
doing good.
sweets. This is Ola Beauties.
Hey, sweets. Anybody cook?
I know everyone wants to say hello, but nobody knows cooking. You're multitasking. Like, what's everybody doing anyway? Like, who sits on Sundays and watches it live and multitasks?
Sundays
Saturday?
is like cleaning day, cooking day for most people.
Not at this time.
Oh, true.
If you're still cleaning your house at 6:30, it was a problem. Like, give it up. You should have cut that other half of the house for Monday.
I guess it's time for dinner right now.
I wonder where you got that idea from.
I made some jerk pineapple chicken wings. Where did you get that idea from? Tell me. Isn't that a coincidence?
Maybe this damn prison break. Oh no, Sweets is cleaning and listening.
Ah, see?
I'm sure. If
Black folk ain't never on time.
Wait. I'm gonna teach everybody something. If you hit that little button in the corner, little square with little 3 lines, you can cast us to the TV and watch at the same time and do what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, facts. Facts.
Hey, Vic.
All right. I think we got a couple of viewers.
Who's JJ?
Wait, what I cook? I see comments coming in mad fast.
Yes,
I'm trying to catch up.
Let's start here. Sweets is cleaning and listening. Ray Shonda is smoking, watching this live, and watching Prison Break. And eating JJ wings and fries. Who is JJ?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. JJ.
Qing Javon says, hola. Yeah, it says, wait, what you cook? So let's start there.
Hey,
First question.
What I
Then I have
cook?
more.
Oh, I made a roast. And we making, I think, some mashed potatoes and asparagus. Yeah, so that's what's on it. Oh, I also, I'm making mashed potatoes.
It's okay.
Why, did you want something else?
Now I've been feeding her mashed potatoes. I've been feeding to make them, but I'm making Badia tacos tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to make it then. So
Okay.
It's fine. It'll be more days.
Whatever. That's what's on the menu for us tonight. I also baked some wings, but I baked it for tomorrow's lunch, so I don't have to cook tomorrow. But yeah. So boom.
Miss Nadia Tanner. Miss Tanner, please tell me I'm saying your name correctly. Let's start there. I don't like to do that.
I don't want to hear it.
I know that's what
You give her something else. Found a moment to be lazy, decided to tune in, which is great. Is this your first live? Like, how many people have tuned into live, like, consistently? Who's this is their first live? It's a good question. Ray Shawn said, I heard that slick comment. I did not hear it.
Ooh, what's the comment?
She'll tell us now.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Just saying Canada. Hello, loves. Hello.
Hey.
Ray Shawn says, it's a bomb-ass wing place out here in Atlanta. Really?
Okay.
Miss Kenyatta says, hey, baby.
Hey.
Then she says, y'all. And then she waves. Miss Kenyatta says, you got it. Call me Ken if you like. I like that.
And she said it's her first live, too.
Yes, she does. That's good. How long have you been in the group then? Angela Hill says, smart thinking. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I think that's a good cue to kick off this live and do what we came here to do tonight. Who else? You said
Angela
Angela.
Hill.
It's
It's
her
her
first
first
live
live,
as
too.
well. So welcome to the Poly Talks. Welcome to the Poly Talks. We try to do these on a weekly basis. And if we can't do them, we try to do member-to-member Poly Talks. So if you guys are interested, please hit one of our inbox and I will put you in the queue.
Yeah.
We do have a member scheduled for next week, but after that, it's open. So just let us know. What's up?
Oh, Lily Lee says, "What's up, y'all?"
What's up? What's up? So this week, guys, we have Qing Javon, and she gonna let me know if I'm saying her name right when she hop up on this live. Here with us to talk about some of her experiences and answer some questions and just bring her knowledge and her point of view to the page this week. To all of the questions we have, as normal for the Poly Talks, we have a list of 5 questions we go through. And you guys are open to answer the questions as we're asking them and answer them ourselves, and drop more questions in the comments.
Yes, as we go.
You know, so please tune in with us. I'm about to invite her to the live right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Boom. Why don't say it?
I'm done now.
King Javon, if you could try to do it like we did last time.
Jump in.
Yeah. Try to jump in.
See? She said we looking on her TV. Yes.
Thanks, yes.
We're nice and big.
Mm-hmm.
Indigo Weaver says, "Hola, y'all. Hi, Miss Weaver. I feel like
There you
meaning
go.
to text her."
Yeah, I'm supposed to set something up with her approval. Let's see. Boom. Add in. We did a test run, so this shit work.
Mm-hmm.
This shit work. It worked on a test run.
Because, you know, we've had our difficulties.
And adding, saying adding for mad long.
For as long as it's going to. It's going to do whatever it wants to.
It's Facebook, y'all. It really is Facebook. Oh, we got you. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm glad to have you here, right? So I think immediately, as soon as we get your face on the screen, I just want to hop into a clear introduction of who you are. We ain't do our introductions, but screw that. You feel me? They find us on the page. They can find us on the page.
Before.
Yeah, I just want to give a clear introduction of who you are. So I'm gonna give you the floor to do that. Booyah! There you go.
I'm King Javon. My name is Javon, but King Qing means queen and king combined. A lot of people be calling me queen and all this stuff, but yeah, I just combined it. I am from Illinois. I'm retired military. I'm not in any kind of polydynamic right now, but my ideal dynamic is closed triad, 2 fems. So that's what I want.
Okay. And when you say you're not in any like current polydynamic, do you mean like you're single?
I'm single as a Pringle.
Solo poly?
As a Pringle.
No poly.
No, you're practicing poly though.
Yeah, I'm practicing poly. The thing is, for me, it's like I get in these situations where somebody gets with me and I tell them I'm poly, but they don't want to share me. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to find like-minded people. I mean, they be with it at first, and then they be like, "No, you too good. I don't want to share you." So it's just like it's kind of hard for me to find that kind of dynamic that I want.
Okay. And speaking of the dynamic that you want, how did you come to the conclusion that it's a closed triad that you want?
I think it just would be easier for me to focus on just 2 people. I've tried to do open triad before, and it was just too much going on, too much hurt, the communication wasn't there. So I was like, you know what, next time I just want to do a closed triad. I'm not okay with this.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't know if you've ever tuned into our prior Poly Talks, but we often I think we coined the phrase openly closed. Nope. Openly closed triad. Have you ever heard us use that term on the page? Openly closed triad?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Tracia's really good at explaining what an openly closed triad is. I'm gonna leave that. That's all you.
Why is it my definition?
Because you love to say that's what we're looking for.
Because I really don't like people in the box. So everybody's like closed triad, and then you have the people that are like, oh, well, you're not really poly because you want to be a closed triad. I still have multiple women. And that's the definition of poly. And being multiple, hands down, that's what I already have. So in essence of saying openly, I want to continue to be poly and talk to other women, have other relationships. Now, I know where home is. So in essence of, let's say I have my one woman, I have my second, there's no, how do I say,
no limitations.
No, that's home. I'm not going to start jumping into multiple full-term nesting partner relationships.
Got it.
So yeah, I will have multiple platonic relationships, multiple maybe sexual relationships, but at home is first.
Yeah, no more primary partners. So having like an openly closed dynamic means like it's closed in the essence of we're cutting off the availability to be invested into primary and nesting relationships, but we're open into a way of our sexualities or our natural beings and what we define as ourselves, like as poly, just being able to love other people, connect with other people. So you're not cut off in that way, you're open in that way, but you're closed in a way to where like nesting and primary are definitely on lock, you know.
So you'll never get serious with the other people that you guys are dating.
We say that. We say that.
Our number doesn't really stop at just 2.
I guess, yeah. So ideally it would be an openly closed triad for what we're going for, but if we happen to make a connection in one of those open relationships, I guess I'm open to seeing what that could look like and how it fits to our lives. But I don't know. I'm picky, and I know the way things fit to our lives is not necessarily
hard finding another.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
So the people that you guys do meet is an understanding, like they understand it's like you guys have that triad or whatever you guys have going on at home, and they're out. They're just the extra people.
Wow, that's terrible.
When you say extra,
I mean,
comment.
Yeah, the extra people. So I'm pretty like straightforward in what I'm looking for and what I want. At least I like to say that. And
in essence,
at least I like to say that because I am pretty straightforward in what I want. So they'll know what it is I'm looking for and what it is I want. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for love, so I don't know. I can't explain it.
I feel you.
No one is ever just an extra in a relationship. So as much as you might not be my primary, that does not mean you're not top in my relationship, guidelines or pool.
Or life.
There's no like, oh, well, you're only on the back burner because of. No, if you have a recital or a show or something, like, first of all, we're all there because I would like kitchen table at the end of the day anyway. So we're all going to be there for you. And you're not less than, you're just maybe not, I'm not having babies with you.
Mm-hmm. How is the communication and not stress? I mean, I know all these answers for myself, but I'm asking you guys, how is it not stretching you guys yourselves thin when it comes to multiple partners and stuff like that?
So, first,
do you ever feel overwhelmed or anything?
Because once I have my wife, my next sexual partner will not simply be a sexual partner, but that may be what we indulge in. My next partner will not be a sexual partner. It cuts to polysaturation to where I do not need 16 sexual partners just because we all make connections.
Yeah.
Like our connections will be maybe I like to play games with this one. I like to go to the mall with this. That every relationship is different.
Yeah.
And once it gets to sexual, there's a saturation to that.
Yeah.
Right. I
definitely agree. And for me personally, like I can't I don't think I could focus like primarily on more than like 2 to 3 women. So when I feel saturated in the nesting way, I think the extra relationships, right, I have, they probably won't be nearly as serious to have to prioritize them. You get what I'm saying? Like that person is already gonna know like my time is being taken up and where it's at. So they will probably be on the same type of wave and looking for the same things I'm looking for. I'm not gonna bite off more than I could chew, you know.
Right.
Once I feel like it's too much going on, like I will bow out. I can't do it.
Yeah, you definitely got to make sure y'all on the same page. Whatever you do, make sure they on the same page with you.
Yeah,
I get that.
And baby, can you catch us up with the comments? And then, King Javon, I got a question for you afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, it says, "Who's this? She's cute. I never seen one like that before." And she's talking about beautiful. Then she says, "We gonna be single forever." Well, anyway, Kim has laughing emojis. Rayshonda says, "Yikes." Indigo says, "I get it. My wife is my primary and home. I can't live with anyone else. We can have a relationship, but it won't be living." Which creates other boundaries. That's all. Not that you're not primary in my life, you're not the top. You don't want to be the living certain things.
And we talk all that, and we don't actively have that additional partner. Like we're not in a triad right now. Mm-hmm. It's just us, you know what I'm saying? And right now we've been practicing dating separate for the most part. So we talk all that, but we're open to a bunch of different dynamics. You know, I think whatever happens on this journey, we're kind of content with.
We're content with it being a journey.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not gonna say that I'm closed-minded to other dynamics. It's just that I think I'm going off a past experience, which I shouldn't do. But yeah, I think it's just bad experiences why I say closed triad.
I think as the more you in this poly lifestyle, unfortunately, as bad as it is, you are gonna have more bad experiences and you are gonna have really good ones. You know what I'm saying? You're going to run into more shitty people than you are going to run into good people. And that's unfortunate, but I think the good people you run into make this whole thing worthwhile. Yeah.
Interesting.
My question. Are we up on the comments? I got a question. Yeah, we up on the comments? Oh, yeah. Okay, great. My question was, we spoke about kitchen table poly. So do you know what that is? And is that a dynamic that you would prefer?
I'm not sure what that is. Tell me what that is.
Okay, so if somebody could also just do me a favor and drop the definition in the comments while I also explain it, that would be great. So kitchen table poly is the basically the idea that everyone in the poly relationship, all the people involved, are able to sit at the kitchen table and have dinner together. This is where the term was coined. That's why it's called kitchen table poly. Meaning everyone in the dynamic should be able to get along and are on some type of similar cahoots. They know they're running one home, one family, regardless of how they're dating. So this can be in a triad. This can be dating separately. Like if I'm dating separate from my wife and I want kitchen table poly, also known as KTP, then that person would have to have a decent relationship with my wife. You get what I'm saying?
Would they have to build that relationship before the kitchen table poly happens?
So I think the moment that you all are introduced to each other, or you all start building that relationship, you're implementing whether it's going to be kitchen table or not. Right? These are conversations that need to happen way early on. You shouldn't be talking to someone and then introducing to them 3 months later, like, hey, kitchen table poly is what I prefer.
You and my wife got to be friends.
Yeah, that would be something that's like a prerequisite.
I'm definitely open to that. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting. I would definitely do that.
The opposite is parallel polyamory.
Yeah,
parallel poly?
Yeah, it's just the opposite of kitchen table poly.
That nobody meets at all?
Yeah. So mainly the partners that you have outside of your primary partner or whoever you have this boundary with, you really don't have your partners engaging with them. Like they're fine with not knowing each other, not interacting with each other. The schedules probably don't clash. It's like what they call those like certain type of polygamous relationsures. The man has one home,
has a schedule. One is you have Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Yeah.
That kind of sound like it, yeah.
Rather than like KTP, likely like a lot of people in KTP dynamics live in one home, and they're all dating.
Well, this is possible.
Yeah, one person and not really dating each other.
KTP sounds a little bit of like more of a comfortable situation for me for the simple fact the way it sounds to me, it sounds like everybody would be completely comfortable being what they are in the situation if they knew everybody and how they are and how you guys are comfortable with each other. They'll see how you guys are and know that, oh, it's real. Like, I can calm down because usually, you know, they don't know what's going on in y'all dynamic because they don't see it. But if y'all do KTP, it's just like, and they're looking at everybody and talking to everybody like, I can do this. I'm comfortable. So KTP is more something I would do, definitely.
Okay. So would kitchen table poly lead you to be more open to an open dynamic rather than closed?
Yeah, definitely.
Because
it'll be more communication. It'll be more communication. You know, it's all about communication. More than anything. When it comes to poly, if you don't have good communication, all that shit falls down. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Catch us up on the comments, baby.
Miss Kenyatta says you have to do what works for you, trial and error. In essence of Miss Weaver saying, my wife is my primary, my home, I can't live with anyone else. We can have a relationship with, but don't be a live-in. And Indigo Weaver says, and do.
Yeah.
Oh, and transparency, Miss Shawnee just stated.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to hop straight into the question list we got. So I think one of the things you said you would be more than happy to share. I'm sorry, I'm drinking something. My voice, of course. I got water. So you said you wanted to speak about your first poly experience, right? So yeah, definitely. I want to know about that. When did it take place? Where? With who? What happened?
Okay, I'm gonna try to narrow it down. I was with my ex-wife for 10 years. And when we first met, she told me she was poly. But when she told me what it was, I was like, I can't do that. And then she, a couple of years went by and we started talking about an open relationship. And when we started talking about an open relationship, we were very secure in our relationship and we thought we would be able to do it. So we started having an open relationship. But then it got to a point where like I would meet somebody that she was dating and start liking her, or she'll start liking somebody that I was dating. And we started talking about poly ships and stuff like that. So she started dating this woman and I started liking her. And we started building this relationship with her and she decided to move to California with us. And she dropped everything. She dropped her job, she left her family, all that stuff, and she uprooted herself and came to California. As soon as she got there, she didn't have a job. So, and I'm like the stay-at-home mom type.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. They act like somebody dying, man.
So when she initially got there, she was with me for like 6 months straight trying to look for a job. So we was at home. And for me, it was all about the communication and stuff like that. But I think what bothered my ex-wife is that we were home alone. And I don't think she was actually ready to do the poly thing as much as I was. I think I was better at it than she was, and she introduced me to it. Because it got to the point where we would be home and she'll be like, I don't want y'all to do anything with each other unless I'm there. I don't want y'all talking to each other unless I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
But we're at home together. Like, this is my woman too. What do you mean? Because from my understanding, poly is like, especially when you're in a triad, I mean, that's my woman, that's your woman. We're all together. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to have sex, that doesn't mean we don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those situations. But it got to the point where her communication was off from us because we were fine. But what bothered her was that we were at home alone all the time. Yeah. And it started to make her uncomfortable. So
insecurities.
Everything. And it was like it got to the point where she was like, you guys are married and stuff like that, and it's making me uncomfortable because I feel like that extra person because of her. I wasn't making her feel like that. And it got to the point where she felt like she needed to leave. So not only did my ex-wife lose somebody, I had to lose somebody too. Because she left and she went back to Texas because the whole situation was uncomfortable with her. And she had to deal with that for almost a year. That was my first poly.
If I may, how long ago was this?
It was like 7-8 years ago.
Oh wow. And have you been identifying as poly since?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So as much as it was a negative experience, you still have stayed on the poly train.
Definitely, because I know I could do it. Just because she couldn't. I didn't realize how I was able to do it as much as, like, more than her, because she introduced me to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was the one that was hesitant and stuff like that. But when I was in it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
It made me realize that I can love more than one person at a time. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel no more different from that person to that person. I was like, I just love them equally.
Yeah,
you know?
That makes sense. So did you grow up monogamous? Because you said when she first told you, you was like, nah.
Yeah, I grew up monogamous. Yeah.
Okay. And when she told you, like, what did you think in your mind about poly? Did you have those like common poly myths in your mind? Like, no, I'm not sharing. I'm not.
To be honest with you, when she first said, because when she first said I'm poly, I was like, what is that? It sounds like some kind of flower or something. And she had told me about it, and I'm an open-minded person, but when it came to like sharing my partner initially, like I was always down for threesomes and stuff like that. I mean, who isn't for the most part? But actually, like being with somebody and having to look at my partner, share her love and share her space with somebody else, I was like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
But when we start doing it and I started being comfortable, I was like, I can do this because I actually have feelings for this woman. Like, I love her. I look at her and I don't see no difference. Like, it ain't like I was like, I like her a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can actually do this. Like, I'm feeling this. So, yeah, been poly ever since.
I'm really glad about that. Miss Shawnee says, oh, wow, I literally just got out of a dynamic like this, and I was the addition to their marriage. The exact same issues. I wasn't allowed to be alone with the wife without her.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. I just didn't understand that part. It's crazy.
That's common. That normally is seen in hierarchy relationships. And unfortunately, a lot of new people to the lifestyle, unknowingly, they practice hierarchy because in monogamy, that's normal. Mm-hmm. It's normal to prioritize your one and only mate over every single body else in the world. So that mindset carries on to the new poly folks because they think, well, I've been here first and I need to be prioritized over this. This makes me feel some way, so we can't do this. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's it's way too common in the beginnings of poly. Way too common.
Crazy. I just don't understand it. I'm like, because when she first started saying that, I was like, what? I just don't understand it. Because I was like, I thought this was my girlfriend too. I can't touch her.
And now, was she intimate with her when you weren't around? Like, was that okay? Was that allowed?
That's the thing. I'm not sure because it wasn't like it was one of those situations where I felt like I needed to question it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I came home and was like, did y'all do something today? Mm-hmm. I just figured it was supposed to flow naturally. Okay. Like if I was to go somewhere, go to the mall, and they didn't want to go, I'd be like, okay, I'll be back, and I'll come back, and it's just like, hey, y'all, like it ain't one of those situations where we needed to sit down and be like, so what y'all do when I was gone? Yeah, you treat it like a relationship, correct? So I don't know. I never questioned it.
I get it. That makes sense. We got any new comments, baby?
No, we're all set. Okay. My phone keeps jumping, but I don't know why. Oh,
I don't see no new comments.
No.
But that makes me want to go directly into I'm gonna kind of like skip around, go to like question number 4 or something like that. That's up there because we were directly talking about it, so it makes sense. I had said, do you think it is possible to like love all of your partners equally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yes.
Okay.
Because I've done it, so yeah, definitely.
Okay. Definitely. Well, you just had a good old background. I was like, oh, that's why I'm gonna go right into that question. You had a good old background.
I really believe it's possible. I do. Like at first, I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. It's kind of overwhelming. But then I was like, you know, you just look at that person, you be like, I do love her. And you know, it's not like you're dating 2 people or 3 people and they bring in the same personality or the same characteristics. When somebody brings you something different than your first partner, it's like you love that person for that person. You know what I'm saying? And what they bring to you as far as your love language and their love language, especially when you can love them in their love language. They're just a totally different person than the person over here that needs to be loved different. It's so easy to love like that because they're bringing something different to the table. So
with that being said, do you believe that every partner you have has to be loved, quote unquote, equally? Do you believe that regardless of, like, say we talked about kitchen table poly, and in that way you may be more open to an open dynamic. Do you believe that every single partner you bring in should be loved on an equivalent scale?
I don't. That's a hard question. I don't know. I think that goes on the lines of like people needing to be loved different because some people like their space. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when people want their space, it's just that I know it kind of sounds crazy, but in my experiences, when somebody wants their space, it's like a level of love that you can only give them so much, especially when you're with so many people. So when it comes to that, loving them equally, it's like when somebody's always in your space, it's like they're consuming you anyway. So when somebody's on the outside, it's like I love them, I care about them, but since they want their space and since they're on the outside, it's like, you know, it's kind of like weighing a scale. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I feel for people like I love you, but somebody's consuming me because they're in here. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So, baby, what about you? And people and watching the lives, the comments, y'all could drop in the comments the answers to the questions as well. So, you know, do you feel it's possible to love all your partners equally? Do you feel like you have to love all of your partners equally? Trey, so I'm gonna put you on blast with that one. How you feel about that?
So I'm always the oddball. Kinda.
I think my answer gonna be odd too.
I don't feel it's impossible to love all of my partners equally. Now, that also goes to say they are my partners. So to love all of the women I'm talking to, the women I'm dating, the women that, you know, I've even been dating for a while, but just haven't been titled yet. Do I love them all equally? My love is like surmountable. That's not, you know, a multiplication factor. However, the way that I love is equal. I am that person that loves, not the measure of my love.
Right.
I can't not be the wife that I am to people. We always say like we're not good girlfriends. Like all the people that we're dating, we can't date them. We're not good girlfriends. We're just simply wives. It's just how it works out. I cater to people, and that's in essence of whatever relationship you and I have. If it's platonic, that's okay, but I still enjoy my friends. When I get off the phone, I'd be like, love you. And I go on the rest of my day. So is it possible? Yes. Does everybody still feel that way? No, because people might feel like, oh, well, you didn't tell me that I was this or that. All right, but I don't treat you any less because I didn't give you a title.
Exactly. Like,
so, like, I'm sorry, but if I give you that title, know that I'm still going to treat you exactly the same. So if you thought there was more with the title, you're going to be upset.
But that's how people feel, though. That's how people feel. People, for some reason, the title means so much more to people. It doesn't matter how you treat them. You can completely treat them like the king or queen that they are, and if you don't call them king or queen, that's a problem. It's like they want that title.
You all right.
But I'm giving you everything. What you need me to call you that for when you know that's what you are?
People want that validation.
Yes.
Can you look at comments right quick? I'm gonna give my answer. Yeah, so spot on to mine, little baby. I ain't gonna hold you.
I said it was gonna be odd.
You did that though.
Miss Sure Conquest says, hey y'all. Miss Allie says, hey.
Hey, everybody.
Miss Marie says total sense. I think she told when I was talking. Dalby Bennett, yes, that is how I am. Marie says, I love your response.
That's when you was talking.
Wait, Allie says, all this fine on this screen, though? Fans. Ken says, I agree, especially when Queen mentioned loving your partners differently. I treat them all with pure intention and love regardless of the space.
Yeah.
Dalby Bennett says, right it due to some people. Yeah, it says, for me, it's possible to love all partners equally. However, if I love one partner and then meet another, I will not just instantly equally love her like the first woman I met. Time will allow me to equally love her to the same degree in the way she requires to be loved. Makes sense. Marie says that's true. WB says right. Chase says yes, I agree. Then Cher says titles mean more than anything to some people.
Yeah. Yep. You know, if I treat you like a queen, but you know, I just call you my friend, you might be mad at me. But if I treat you, you know, like a backdoor, you know, hoe, and I call you my girlfriend, you might be satisfied. I don't know. Maybe that's your thing. You know,
man, that's crazy.
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna give. I got a real slight answer to that, and then my answer goes into my other questions I got. So for me, do I think you could love all your partners equally? That word, it scares me equally, right? I feel like I'm gonna love you how I love you, and the love that comes from me is not scaled. You understand? You putting it on a weight balance takes away the credibility of my love. Why would you do so? I shouldn't love you if you feel like you need to compare it to another person. You understand? If my firstborn came up to me and asked me, well, do you love me more than your lastborn? I don't know how to answer that question. You understand? Because I didn't tilt that's just not normal. If my cousin asks me, do I love my aunt more? I don't know how to answer that. You know, like why do people who are not related in blood ways feel the need to compare themselves on a love balance or on a love scale? So I'm gonna love you how I love you, and my love is strong. So that's more than enough. And any scale you gonna put it on, gonna tilt it over regardless.
That's a good answer. Good answer.
Yeah. So that leads me, boom, directly into my next question. Do you feel like so we get into a lot of poly relationships and just dealings with a lot of people, and they have like extended partners and they have like children and things. So how do we feel about like our metamors and our partners' children? Do we love them the same as we love our own primary partners or our own children? That's a big question. That's a big question.
You know what? It's a big question, but it's an easy answer. Yes, they're children. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, when it comes to your other partner's children and stuff like that, of course you're gonna love them just as much as your own. Because I mean, who doesn't love kids? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, who doesn't love kids? And if you take them in to be as such, and you call them your child, or you just that's easy. Of course.
Okay. Now, what about your partner's partner?
Wait, I was gonna give my answer and say like I'm gonna give you to them. You don't get it
Why you
again.
gotta be going
That
down
wasn't
the
the question.
No, that was part of the question.
Part.
That's part of the question. But now, what about your partner's partners? Because it's easy. I added children in there because it's easy to extend that love to children because we say that they're children. They deserve that, you know? But what about your partner's partners, your metamors?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's simple. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think Tracia begs the differ.
I beg to differ.
Really?
So generally, my metamors that make her happy, do right by her, contribute to this household, are positive to the family that we are trying to build and grow. Yes, I love them unconditionally. It's not a question. My metamors that have her in here arguing with her or raising her voice or having just they're worried about me or what are you doing with Tracia or those, oh no, you're dating them and I hope the sex is good, like, but like she can't come back, like no, I don't care for her.
Well, yeah, that's different. It depends on the
but that's the question.
It depends on the like. I mean, it depends on the environment. Like, if you're creating a hostile environment, it's hard to connect with the kids because it's just like you're dealing with what's in your face right now as far as the metamors and stuff like that. So it's hard to like focus on the kids when they're making a hostile environment. That's different. That's definitely different. If it's not a hostile environment, then love is love. But if she's tripping and all that stuff, then that's completely different. It's like, I don't even know your kids. Like,
well, no, you know what's crazy? No, I'm gonna treat them kids extra freaking good. Kids don't get everything because you over there acting like ass. So your kids about to get it.
Yeah, that's different.
My answer is in the middle of y'all's actually. I think I'm torn between what Trey should say. I'm torn between what you say, Javon. I feel like that love is not automatically granted. You know, I'm a very loving person, and it's not really hard to obtain that mushy gushy side from me. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is put a little effort in, and you got it.
Right.
But you gotta put that little bit of effort in. I don't think you dealing with my wife gives me like. That's not grounds for me to like you,
no.
Love you, or anything of the sort. You come in here, you show me what you made of. And then, yes, do I want to be easily loving? Do I want to accept you? Yes.
Who doesn't?
You know, but it ain't automatic. It definitely ain't automatic.
Definitely not automatic. I got to see what you're about. I got to be like, I don't know. Give me a few days.
You about to be just a girlfriend, a fuck buddy? Like, I need to know. Like, what you coming in here to do?
I got a question for y'all real quick.
What's up?
Like, when y'all meet each other as partners, like if y'all do that, like when they leave the house or whatever, do y'all have like a discussion about it? Like, what you think about
how you gonna put me on blast? First of all, you're gonna have people watching this video back.
So you're answering too, so we can know about you.
The question gonna go right back to you when we're done. So do we have conversations? Yes, of course.
I think the first visit, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Before that person is an actual person in my life, right? They're just a person I'm scouting to see what position they may hold. I think we talk about nearly everything, you know what I'm saying? And I think we're that type of couple that we're just very communicative. And like that's our hype. We like, I don't know, we thrive off of that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like our high. We be like, oh,
let me show you what happened today.
We be so excited. But there is a very thin line between separations of relationships once that relationship takes a turn into seriousness. Then I try to set boundaries. You know, if my girlfriend leaves, you know, my wife would be like, "You good?" I'll be like, "I'm good," and it'll probably end there. You know.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. You have to take that boundary.
And you be. Look, let me put you on the game. Let me tell you how she.
Yeah, funny.
Nah, that's not what you be doing. No, why she not answer? Now she gonna put us on blast
and not answer the question.
You got it. What the comments say? What the comments say, baby?
To me, kids is no. Everybody said it was a good question. The question about kids and metamorphs. That's a good question. And then Doll Baby said, to me, kids is kids, and if you were going to be in their mom's life, you would have to love and care about them just as well. True.
And what about them evil?
True to an extent, word, because I don't like a sassy ass little girl.
The little kids that be trying to make sure, like, you gonna break up with my mom. I'm gonna make sure of it. Like,
wait,
damn,
I hate little kids. Are you a boy? I'll punch you in the throat. I can straight your fucking throat.
I hate that question. I hate that question.
I will kick you in your throat. Oh, girl. Sharon says kids need as much love as they can get. Adults are a totally different kind of love. True. Yeah. I would never take the love from the child.
They say it take a village, right? Yeah. So I got a question for y'all because I feel like what I thought in my head might have been a little fucked up, but I didn't say it out loud. So I got a question for y'all, right? When y'all relationships end with these women, hold on. Amai, can you please stop lady from being that? Please, she's going really hard.
It's all
when you are in relationships with women with children, right? How do you continue the relationship, or do you continue the relationship with the children that this woman had prior to y'all dealing with each other, right? or is that contingent on, I don't know, the age you walked in? Like, how do you do that? Like, how does that relationship sever in entirety?
Mm. I mean, I still have relationships with a couple of exes' children, but they're teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Teenagers are different. You can keep in contact with them, but when it comes to younger kids, they don't understand. They don't understand the separation. They don't understand why Vaughn isn't there anymore and stuff like that. So it's just like it's harder to. It sounds bad, but it's harder to keep a relationship with them for the simple fact it's always hard. It's always sad. But teenagers, they can most of the time can make up, can decide for themselves if they want to keep a relationship with you or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying? And
likely
most
don't
of the
even
time,
have to have a
teenagers,
conversation with the parent.
yeah, and most of the time, teenagers be like, "Nah, you ain't going nowhere. I still want to, communicate with you. I still want a relationship with you." But it's so hard when they're younger kids.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I agree with you. I think so me I don't I prefer not to deal with women with children, but I have with one woman in the past. Oh man, yeah, she's my reason for not doing it again. But she had a very young son, and he was 4 years old when I walked into the little boy life, and I stayed into his life all the way till he was like, I don't know, probably like 11, 12. All right, so I was there a long time in his eyes. That's all his life. You know what I'm saying? He 12 and don't even remember before being 4 years old. And she was a very toxic person. Very, 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 like that relationship was not going to last. I needed to cut her off. She was also using her son as a pawn. Like it was just really, really bad. So like when I stopped dealing with her, I didn't want to stop talking to him. So I kept in contact with him as much as I could, but he's a little boy at the end of the day. He needs permission to come see me. I got to pick him up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can't navigate like a full teenager who could just come through or I come scoop him up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It don't work that way.
Exactly.
Long story short, I had to cut the little boy completely off in order to let go of her entirely.
That's so sad.
And so she didn't allow me to have that relationship with him, even though he really, really like kind of begged for it. Mm-hmm. And so that's one of the main reasons that I think my dealings with women with children are cut.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard people be like, oh, you shouldn't make other people pay for other people's mistakes. But it's just so hard when it's that exact situation. And I understand what you mean by I really try not to deal with people with kids, especially in poly ships and stuff like that, because people have people think that they can initially deal with somebody that's in a poly ship or a poly and stuff like that, and then they figure out they can't and they have kids and you automatically have to separate from them.
Yeah,
that's what's hard. So I understand where you're coming from.
That sucks. Trey, catch yourself on the comments.
Shawnee says, I try, but the adults act more like the kids, and so the kids suffer.
Yeah.
Allie says, I can't date women with small children. Well, it depends on how the mother is raising them. Rude kids, I can't do. I tread very carefully with women who have kids. Yeah, it says, I have been good with dating women that don't have children because when things go left, I'll be wanting to take the children with me. Call me what you want, but I'll be steering clear. Allie says, right, it's painful.
Yeah, definitely.
Rico says, my wife is my...
Yeah, I don't know what that acronym is for, Rico. You got to spell out that acronym.
So we're talking about everything. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. Tatiana, that's why I don't date women with young children, not going through that heartache. That is really the heartache. No.
Yeah.
Alex says, I would tell y'all what happened to us in Pregnant Girlfriend. OMG. Stay tuned for Live with Ali on this. Sweet says, reasons why I'm afraid to deal with women with children. Alex says, so hurtful. Cher says, that is truly difficult if their relationship ends badly. But no matter what, you can't close the door on the child. I refuse to be in another relationship with women with children after that. It truly hurts.
Yeah.
Ken says, Shug, that gave me some good advice.
Look, you might don't block your blessing from dealing with a woman with a child. Let me say something, because we've been talking about this, baby. I talk all that about not really dealing with women with children, but we have been on the mission to conceive, and soon we'll be that women with children. Well, and I still won't want to date women with children.
First of all, I'm not just a woman with a child. I'm a woman that had a baby with a man, and then now I'm with you, and you somebody's stud daddy because.
Oh, see, yeah, I don't got time for that either.
I don't have the time.
I'm not no more step studying. I'm not doing that no more.
Right.
You feel me?
That's not what we're doing, though. What do you mean you're not doing it anymore? So what's happening here?
But nah, so I talk all that, but we will be, a couple, and we will be individual women with a child, and so we will be part of that stigma that everybody is viewing. But I think for the better protection of myself, I'm okay with having that stigma, regardless if I am with or without child.
Some people don't care. I'm just have to date them as it goes.
Get some on the comments so I can go to the next question, baby.
Good advice. Tatiana says, "Nigga for life?" Question mark.
That's what that means. That's what the acronym was.
Oh no, Tatiana question marked it, and Dee says, "I thought the same thing too."
Oh, I don't know. I never heard of that.
No, we haven't gotten an answer from Rico. Okay. And Tatiana says, "Nah, blocked." Who are we blocking?
Okay. So you say you are not. You don't have a current relationship status, or your relationship status is currently single. Should we say, right?
Go
yeah.
Single. Right.
What is your biggest struggle right now within that, if any?
Finding somebody? Is that what you're asking me?
No. What is your biggest struggle being single? Like, just generally, do you feel like finding somebody is that issue? Do you feel like being comfortable being alone?
Definitely no. I am not comfortable being alone. I hate it. I'm picky. I'm picky for the simple fact I've been through a lot of hurt. People. I'm a simple person. All you have to do is love me in my love language, and I don't need anything else, because I love love, and I will love you how you need to be loved. But it seems like it's difficult for people to love me in my love language. It seems like almost everybody that I've been with tries to love me in their love language.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the struggle right now. So it's like, I like consistency. And the main thing that I'm having trouble with is finding someone that's consistent, even as a companion, even as just starting off as friends and getting to know each other. They're not consistent. It's a lot of flaky people. And at my age, I'm 36, almost 37. I don't have time for the games and stuff like that. I date for a purpose. I don't date just to be out here dating. I'm not in high school anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to you and I let you in my space and I give you my time, it's for a purpose. It's to get to know you, to see what next level we can get to. Mm-hmm. So that's my struggle right now, finding some consistency. I love consistency. And if you can't give me that, then I'm going to be the flaky one, because I'm going to be like, all right, I'm out. So that's the struggle.
Are you able to offer exactly what you're asking for? Are you just as consistent as your expectations?
I'm very consistent. Very consistent.
Okay. What the comments say, baby?
Rico's back. It's nigga for life.
Okay.
And she got her in her head because she understand why we didn't figure that out.
I never seen that. I
didn't know NFL meant nigga for life. I thought it meant National Football League, but I'm not going to get into it. Since I say that I'm simple as well, I'm experiencing love. We that call ourselves simple are the most complex, because it's hard for someone to love us outside the norm, which is simplicity. Doll Baby says, me too. I need someone now. I have been alone for a year. Like, I understand. Like, I just want consistency in someone that is about growing in life and just not being in life. Mm-hmm. And what I mean about being in life is you just want to be with me because of what I have, not because of my heart.
I don't know what the last shit you just said.
But and people don't put commas, periods, or nothing. Y'all just got me winging it on here.
Just run all sentences.
Just full sentences. Running them. Miss Wine Hayes says, that's the same issue I'm struggling with. Miss Paris, yes, nicely said. Currently going through the same. Allie's laughing at us. Sweet says, I'm Sweet says, okay. You see, I'm struggling. Sweet says, I'm consistent as fuck, but once you turn me off, you're cut off.
Understandable.
I take that. Rico's laughing. Yo, wild. And Tatiana says, nothing. Just nothing? No, the word is nothing.
All right. What's the next question we got on the list? Biggest struggle. Oh, we didn't answer the question. The biggest struggle in our current dynamic. I don't know. What's the biggest struggle? There's a couple struggles.
Definitely. I think generally there's struggles.
Yeah, I think with that is this poly world is just struggles. I think consistency is a struggle. We could definitely say it's hard meeting people who are consistently keeping our interests. That is definitely hard. Probably one of the hardest things. Second hardest thing is probably meeting people.
The physicality of the meet.
Yeah.
You know, we got 4,000 members, but you know, some of y'all talk, some of y'all don't.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all shoot y'all shots, some of y'all don't.
Most of them don't. So, I think that's one of the biggest struggles. And also, I guess finding somebody we mutually enjoy. You know, it's always, that's your shorty. That's my shorty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't really had our shorty too much, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest.
Where's that one girl?
Look here.
I can't.
Y'all
man, we're fun. No one wants to hang out.
That's just
Gwan says, "Oh, you darling, she's fine. She's talking to someone now."
I'm dating. That's it. But
Tatiana says, "What does consistency mean?"
The actual textbook definition, because you know.
No. Because so let me answer to an extent, because I feel like consistency doesn't just mean consistent conversation. Just because you can respond to me every morning and say, "Good morning, beautiful. How are you doing?" That isn't it. I need actual indulgement into that conversation. I need you to have enticing conversations with me. Test my brain. Let me test yours. Let's talk about anything. Tell me your favorite color and why it's your favorite. Like, don't just talk to me every day. That doesn't hit it anymore. Give me something, because after a while I'm gonna respond.
Right.
That's consistency. I think can we all agree that's consistency?
Yeah,
actually.
I think it's more than just a repetition of a behavior. Like, it becomes more so of the repetition of a feeling. I'm asking you to provide me consistency in certain feelings I have. You know, not just the behaviors and actions that you're doing, because sometimes, I don't know, that gets played out. You know what I'm saying? Normalizing things gets boring. So I think when I'm speaking of consistency, I'm speaking of the repetition of keeping my feelings, you know, at a certain height.
My interest points.
Yeah.
Because I have females telling me good morning every morning. It's cute at first, but is that it?
Yeah.
Nothing else to say.
because people talk about that good morning text. Because to people, it's just like, that good morning text means you rolled over and you thought about me. It's cute at first. It's cool to be like, dang, she thought about me. But what else? What else are you going to do for me when it comes to consistency? Because for me, consistency to me is just that unexpected thing. Like, this one woman I'm talking to, throughout the day, she does little things when it comes to texting me and wanting to talk to me and stuff like that. Like, when I'm on the phone with her, she's like, I get off the phone and she's like, no, I don't want to get off the phone with you. It's that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? She shows me that she's interested in me and she wants to be around me and stuff like that. Those kind of things I like, because I need to feel wanted. That's just the Cancer in me. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel like I'm wanted by you, then what are we doing?
When's your birthday?
July 8th.
Okay. My sister's a Cancer. The woman, the little toxic woman with the little baby I was talking about, she a Cancer.
I kind of figured it was something, because the way you looked at me, you was like, when's your birthday? Like, we should cut off this light, right?
I was just thinking, I gotta be careful. I'm fucking with you.
We have to get caught
What's
Kim,
up, baby? Catch us up.
Allie and Y saying we fine. Oh no, you're fine. So, like, Kim says amen. Y says I'm all those things and more. Then she says she'll be hitting the inbox. Paris says yes. Dopamine says right. Chase says yes. Sweet says give me old school conversation where I'm sitting on the refrigerator and giggling like a fool.
Yes.
On the refrigerator? You
I be all up in the text with no water in it. If the conversation
the washing machine.
if the conversation good, if the conversation good, you be on the washing machine and the washing machine moving because you put a big load in and you still
that's
talking.
freaky. That is freaky. I'm capping it.
Alright. Rico says, I think my struggle is finding someone that I really vibe with that is open to dating separately. And don't get me started with the ones with the what you're doing. No, not what you're doing. WYD meaning death. That.
Yo, you know, I hate WYD so much.
I hate the whole acronym.
I went to the shortcuts on my iPhone and put WYD and made it spell out what are you doing. Every time I hate to see that. Don't text that to me, please.
Why?
Man, I don't. It's you put zero effort. You put zero effort into this text. You real quick. I don't like it. Just I'm more important than that. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Wow.
I don't like it. I'm more important.
High maintenance much?
Maybe.
Sometimes.
Sorry, at least on Tuesdays.
What's up? We got any more, baby?
Shine says, y'all know message can be put on a timer, right? Waiting for the group chat or for like messages.
Oh, that means when I had an Android, right? This is back when I had an Android. I got an iPhone now, so we don't have this on iPhones. But you Android users can do it. You can schedule text messages. I used to do this back when I was some cheating. I would schedule text messages. I would schedule like at 8:01 a.m., 8:03 a.m., and at 8:05 a.m. to all the women I was talking to. And my phone would just send them a text message for me. Good morning. So now I wasn't thinking about these women. I didn't roll over thinking about these women. I programmed that for the next 3 days to text them good morning. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Man, that was years ago. I
Doesn't have friends.
Talking about somebody ain't putting in work for you. That's some bull.
That was monogamous king. I'm really good now.
She's a lot better. She's great. She does above and beyond. Like she does.
I do. I don't know.
Tatiana says, for me, it is showing me that you want me and keeping that energy. Hot and cold doesn't work for me.
Exactly. That consistent.
Mm-hmm. Parents says, as someone who is single but dating a couple, I'm always trying to make sure I can connect with them both, individually and together. It's very good. People forget that. Even if this is a try, it's not 3 relationships, it's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Allie says, not the washing machine. And then they're all laughing at us. Yeah, it says, I hate them texts. Just don't even text me. Spell that shit out. Let me know it's real.
For real.
Psychology nerds. If I don't like you, Allie says, if I don't like you, that's my text. Promise. All right. Tatiana says, I will say I also hate someone who claims they want conversation, but they can't lead a convo past, hey, how you doing either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be the one to always come with a conversation that interests you. Y'all don't have nothing you're excited to talk about, baby girl?
Yeah.
Shine says, morning, Chaz. Damn, I'm late. Red Parker, where you been at? Allie says, me, if I knew that was a thing. Shine says, good morning, beautiful. 8:01.
Facts. What? Hey, pretty lady. 8:03.
Right. Don't good morning. Go into some beautiful, wonderful. Everybody get a name. Wait, Red Parker says, what if you try to connect with both, but only one keeps talking?
Well, I think when you're talking to a couple, you have to figure out what they're okay with and what they're not okay with, what they're open to. And if you are connecting with one more than the other, and if it is okay in that relationship, pursue that relationship. And break off the other one in peace as well. Yeah. If you see it's not heading in the direction that you need it to, then don't let it head in a downwards direction. Just stop it from heading that
way. Have y'all been approached by a couple separately that they wanted y'all to be in their relationship?
Oh, I ain't never been approached by no couple.
No.
No, I ain't never been approached by a couple. I haven't even been approached. Like, nah, I don't get approached really.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I do the approaching.
I've been approached more than I can count on my fingers this year. No, last year.
2021 was it?
Yes. But no, not by a couple. People people are part of a couple have been hit on me, but not the entire couple.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's true for me too. A woman who was in a relationship has hit on me.
Wait, did we hit on what's the name? Did we hit on them?
You talking about that couple?
Yeah, Dobie.
No, they hit on us first, and then we just slid through. They gave us a little opportunity.
So y'all willing to date couples?
We were.
Not in unison. Like, what's going on? Come on, elaborate. That slid out too easy. I need to hear something about that.
Man, that's a whole story. That's a whole story in itself. We were open. Lord, we were open to dating couples. We were open to anything. Like I said, we was open to anything that came along the journey. And along the journey came a couple. Another couple, right? And it was cool at first. You know what I'm saying? I would really connect with the femme. Tracia would sort of kind of connect with the stud. But so it started off as a physical thing. We were physically attractive to them, and they were physically attractive to us, right?
Yes.
I like the femme. She liked studs. So hey, let's see what happens. And we get to talking on a daily basis. It was all kind of cool. It was kicking. It was cool. I think Tracia she's gonna explain her whole little story on how she feels with, I guess, dealing with other studs, and how I feel with displaying our relationship to people who don't really have the same type of strong foundation.
Yes.
You know, that I think that is very problematic when dealing with other couples. Watching, like example, like people don't believe us, but like I really honest to God mean it when I say like we don't argue. So like you'll never hear us yelling back and forth or like just even aggressively speaking to each other, bickering. We don't do that. Like we're always in great spirits with each other.
That is so good.
See another couple like in front of us do that is like uncomfortable for us.
It's like negative energy.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want that.
I don't
have that, so I don't want it.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And I guess you had issues with the stud. Yeah.
I can just imagine y'all looking at the other couple out there fighting like.
We don't do this. We're not doing this.
I thought this is ghetto. So yeah, that's one reason.
I don't do well. Okay, so just generally in essence of possibly dating a couple, we not getting married to a couple. So I say that in essence of I also don't date studs generally. So we pseudo date together, date separately, but like the women that I bring into the home are not a stud. I only date femmes. And that's my personal preference, not in essence of, oh, well, because she told you can't date studs. No, that's my personal preference. So if she was okay with it, unfortunately, I would be the woman that she wouldn't be doing that with because my preference is in studs outside of her. I am a housewife and a caterer all day long. I have 1,600 square feet to clean every day. I couldn't imagine doing that twice. I couldn't imagine giving that love and affection to another stud the way that I give it to her.
Okay.
Is it not possible? Go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to understand. So you're saying what I hear from what you said is catering to a stud is different from catering to a femme. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. For me personally.
Why feel that way?
It's not actually different. For me personally, it's different. I don't discater to my femme the way that I cater to my wife. It's just, I don't know. So she works every day. She's my worker. I pick her clothes out, little things. I get ready for her shower, little things. I make her dinner.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at King and she like, yeah. She knew that.
She knew that. She don't even worry about things like that. So no. Yeah. Okay. All right. My femme, I'm gonna do all those things and more for her. However, at the same time, not even like sometimes she'll cook because King cooks. Yeah, she's definitely our soul food cook. She's definitely our soul food cook. I don't make things that black people cook. But it is just a little different. Me and my femme wife, we go out to get our nails done together, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm not the more aggressive one, but don't look at my wife. Like, that's my role in essence of my femme wife. No, I'm not gonna be more dominant with her, or like I'm not the aggressive one. People say, oh, there's always the aggressive femme trying to fill out her fantasy. No, our relationships are simply different. Our friendship is different than me and my stud wife.
Okay. Yeah. I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because what I'm hearing from you is, I guess the capacity that you have to offer relationships are going to be different contingent on who you are in a relationship with. And you feel like you're offering enough of yourself to this type of label and dynamic, you don't want to do that twice.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it with another stud. Definitely not. Yeah. I personally couldn't stretch my. It's in essence the same thing as polytech duration. I couldn't stretch myself that thin with the stud. With the femme or multiple femmes, I feel like those are my girlfriends. The relationship aspect of it is secondary versus our friendship that we hold. My stud friendship don't. No. I'm just personally okay.
Catch us up with the comments, baby. I think you just kind of brain up. Yeah.
Red says we are both interested, but her wife doesn't want to know or care about it. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm new here.
That sounds like a don't ask, don't tell type of relationship. If they are not new, then are they practicing parallel polyamory? That's a great question to ask them.
Is her wife monogamous?
Yes.
Completely.
Or is it just like a don't ask, don't tell?
Allie says that's us right now to Red. I don't talk much because I don't like her like that. My wife likes this one a lot. Okay. Red Parker said that's what I'm going through. Eating Paris laugh. Allie says, do you feel one isn't as into you as the other is? My thing with her is she says one thing but shows another. I pay attention to everything. Her wife doesn't want to know about what she's doing. Like, I feel it's cheating.
Oh, they having a whole little conversation.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I was reading it. Wait.
Oh, you trying to skip some of that.
No, I met her.
What's parallel?
I work, but I maintain my home. My girlfriend gets all my extra time. Oh, and our children. And then
okay, I agree. Okay, yeah, I get that. All right, so I was all having the conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We had to catch up there. Right, so where do we leave off? Oh, talking about studs and whatnot. Oh, so let's stay on that topic. I got another question along those lines, right? So, I think Trey, you gave a very detailed answer. I'm about to pose a question to you, and then I guess you can pose it to me if you want to. Femmes dating studs that you're actively with, how do you feel about it? What do you think about it? Is that something that you are open to? Are you attracted to studs in that manner? We talked about open and kitchen table poly. How does that look? Here we go.
I'm open to my femme dating other studs, yes. As far as me being attracted to other studs, I've been attracted to studs before, but they just have to be. I'm finna sound really shallow, but this is just me. They have to be really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't. I'm a soft stud, so it's just like I don't mind dating a stud, but they have to be like really pretty and along the same lines as me. I can't be with a hardcore stud. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, my mindset is that we're women, so I'm open to it. Have I ever? No, I've never dated a stud, but it's like I get kind of since I've never dated a stud, I get kind of nervous because it's just like I don't think I can handle the masculinity of it all. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to date a stud, they have to be as soft as me. I can't date no hardcore stud that think they just gonna come up in here thinking they zaddy and shit.
I feel it. I get you. And you said, your femme dating another stud. That's okay with you.
Yeah, that's okay with me. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm very open to it.
Okay. All right. I think Trey, you didn't get your whole synopsis on the answers, and Trey really don't have a preference.
What she say? I'm not thinking that. You can put me out to the wolves. I'm not going.
I think for me, when people hear Tracia say this, they look at me like, lucky you. Hey, lucky you. And granted, lucky me, right? I don't have an attraction to other aggressive energy. My dog. Monkey baby. It's okay. I don't have an attraction to another aggressive energy, and I mean that in exactly what it is. Whether that be a stud, whether that be an aggressive femme, whether that be a stem that likes to play studs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't, it doesn't matter for me as long as you pack that aggression. If you pack half the aggression, let me get the dog. Lord have mercy.
Who's at the door?
Sorry, baby.
It's a slight intermission. What are you eating?
Orange.
An orange. Who eats oranges?
It's a terrible fruit.
Why is it a terrible fruit?
I hate oranges. I'm sorry. I love orange juice and orange like flavor. The actual orange is terrible.
Okay.
You think it's nasty?
I think the chewing of the pulp and the skin and the
oranges?
Yeah.
Gross.
Y'all are interesting. Y'all are some interesting people.
Or too much like is wrong.
Okay.
Y'all are made for each other. Like, be like, I don't like oranges. Me either. Perfect.
Okay, I'm sorry. My dog got upset because neighbors. Anyway.
Brett said you killed a dog.
Man. You're a beast and monkey. Shut up. Anyway, I don't have an attraction to any other aggressive energy. Need that be regardless of what the label is. So I'm not going to date another stud by no means. I don't care if it's a soft stud. If you shop in the men's department, you will not be on my dating list. That's just me, right? I'm not attracted to that type of energy. If you're the type of woman that's gonna steal my boxes 6 out of the 7 days of the week, then we're not gonna be able to get along together.
So if you wake up one day and she in your drawers, you ain't gonna like that?
Oh no, that's sexy. That's a little different.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like if you decided to just take my drawers and harvest 6 of them, like you know what I'm saying? Like those are what you wear for underwear. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody nearly as aggressive as I am. I'm just not attracted to it on that scale. As far as if I was in like another relationship with a woman who was like just gonna date a bunch of studs or 1 and 2 or whatever the case is, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm most comfortable with that. I'm used to being alpha, head of my pack, head of my home. You know what I'm saying? And when I first dove into this lifestyle, I didn't dive into this lifestyle with that mindset. Anybody who knows me, I always talk about how animalistic I am, all right, and how I believe in lions, and that's not how lions necessarily operate. So I say all that to say I am okay with the woman I'm dating other studs, as long as that woman is not my primary partner. So if we are dating and you just a chick I'm talking to, or you just my girlfriend, or whatever the case is, no, girlfriend probably not. But if we not serious in a relationship, I don't have no stipulations on or no boundaries on who you date. Right. But my poly is kitchen table poly, and I don't like to be in connections the way I don't have the opportunity to extend myself to my metamors or whatever the case is. All right, anybody I deal with, Tracia will have complete access to, consensually, with their consent, and same thing that applies to her. And when you bring a stud into the picture, that cuts off my access. That cuts off that kitchen table poly, because I'm not gonna be involved with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Romance.
Bro. Damn well. So my preference is if you want, you can do it whoever you want to do it, but just know that if you're dealing with me in a certain way, I will limit you. You know what I'm saying? To how you have access to me based off of what you're doing. Because if it makes me uncomfortable, I shouldn't have to address it. I said it makes me uncomfortable. I'm limiting myself to you in this way. I'm cutting off your access to me in this way.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Catch yourself.
Well, everybody knows I don't like oranges for some reason. Allie says, unfortunately, my wife isn't open to me dating studs. She doesn't want to date the girl solo because she doesn't want me dating another stud. Okay. You're killing the dog. She eating oranges. She doesn't want to date the girl we are dating alone because she doesn't want me dating another stud. Trying to help T with reading this. I think I'm T. And that didn't help. It didn't help at all. Oh, my bad. Who don't like oranges? King Ever says they really are. Oh, wow. I have never heard of that. Every relationship, femme or stud, I do everything for. When it comes to cooking and loving, love language is more important to me. The relationship itself between the two would be different, but they both are still my lovers, so I would do it all for both.
Oh, I can't. I can't stretch myself that way. Kudos, to you. I think that's great. I cannot offer everything.
Mm-hmm.
I offer one woman to another woman. I will offer what I can specific to you.
Yes.
We're not duplicating.
I agree. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to cook every night for dinner. But sometimes I'm not. And sometimes you're not. It would be really great if she just decided to cook. But at the same time, it's also great if she decides to go to work. You can't just play one side of the fence. All the fences need to be played for equality in home. I'm not cooking. I just need you to cook. Because I'm not going to do it regardless. Sometimes she's not going to do it. In those days, we go to Domino's. And the days that we do that. In other days, you should want to cook. Because I cook for you regardless. It's going to happen every day.
So another question. Do you guys, if you meet somebody and be like, babe, do you be like, babe, I met somebody, she hella cool, blah, blah, blah. Or do y'all just meet somebody and just keep it that's what it is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, we're best friends first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. I think every relationship gonna be different, but when it comes to me and Tracia, we truly we stick by what we say. We're definitely best friends. We was best friends before we got into a relationship. So coming to her about those things was never let's have a conversation about what's okay not to tell you and what's okay to tell you. We just naturally oh my God, we get excited and we start telling each other shit.
That's dope.
Tatiana answered. Red asked what a metamor was.
Yeah. Your partner's partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guys, you can always go to the page and hit the guides tab. And there's a bunch of definition. Metamors, parallel poly. I know someone had asked what parallel poly was. That basically is opposite of a kitchen table poly, where your partners don't interact with each other. So your metamors, you're kind of really don't have much of a relationship, if any at all, like that. It's opposite from kitchen table poly, which is being able to have one meal at a kitchen table as a family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got any more comments? Because I think I got another question. Yeah, I think I got one more question. All right. Okay. Let's start with you. Is being poly a choice? But let me continue this question. Is being poly a choice, or is it lesbianism and it's closely related to your identity rather than a choice?
I don't think it's a choice. I think it's definitely being close to lesbianism and stuff like that, for the simple fact. I know I said that I was hesitant as far as my wife bringing the situation to me, but I've always noticed, even when I was younger, I could be in a relationship with somebody and I could meet someone else, and it wasn't on no kind of cheating basis or anything like that, just getting to know them as friends. And I found myself being able to have feelings for them or love them, but it wasn't no backdoor stuff to it towards my partner. It was just why am I automatically having feelings for this person, knowing that I'm with another person? I noticed that I can love equally. And I always question myself. It was just why am I doing this? How am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because growing up, you know, old heads be like, you just supposed to be with that one person.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always looked at people and be like, dang, I could be with her. Let's be together. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was hesitant with that one person, I always felt like I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And I felt it in my heart and in my soul that I could be like, I just love everybody. Let's just be together. You know? So I think it's definitely like a part of your identity. I don't think it's a choice. Definitely not a choice.
Okay. Before we get our answers, what's the comment say?
Just Tatiana. Well, no. Sunshine says hello. Tatiana says poly is the natural dynamic for the vast majority of humans. You'll never convince me otherwise. Poly isn't a choice; it's in us.
Repeat our first sentence again.
Poly is the natural dynamic for the vast majority of humans.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never convince me otherwise. Poly isn't a choice; it's in us.
Okay. What's the next person say?
Lyric says, "Is it something you feel you can? Is it something you feel one can grow into?
Being poly?
Being poly?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think unfortunately monogamy is instilled into the most of us from early ages. When we look at TV, when we're on social media, when we have these ideal relationships, even the holidays like such as Valentine's Day, they're dedicated to this heterosexual monogamous relationships, right? And normally when you have this ideal relationship, it's a white man and a white woman, like happily in love in a big house with a picket fence, right? And that's not necessarily like what fits all of us, all right? And we don't figure that out till later. So I think it's very easy to grow into poly later on. And for me to answer the question, like, is poly a part of your identity or is it a choice? I felt very torn answering the question. Like, I wasn't sure to say if it's part of my identity because I do feel like I wear it the same way I wear my lesbianism. It goes hand in hand. It's a very, very, very big part of my life. But I think I make a conscious choice to live this lifestyle. Unlike, I don't make a conscious choice to be lesbian. Like, that's just natural. It just is what it is. But can I be monogamous? If I wanted to make a choice to do so, then yes, I could. I have been monogamous. And in my monogamous relationships, I have displayed that I could be a good partner. So I choose this lifestyle. But I think that's what's important to me. It's a part of my identity as well because I choose it to be. You know, it's different when we start talking about lesbianism. Like, I just can't be dude. You know, I just can't. If I want to, I couldn't.
Not a preference.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not. I choose not to.
Yeah, but if I
I'm not gonna do it.
If I could, you know, if you told me, baby, it's just me and you forever, and we just never gonna deal with another woman, I'd be like, dead ass. But all right, you know what I'm saying? I could do it. Mm-hmm. So I guess it still is a conscious choice for me, even though it's written all in my identity.
That's understandable. I think the action of it, of course, is a choice, but for it to be a part of you is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be monogamous, you can do this, you can do that. As far as the action of it, that's understandable. But I mean, poly is always going to be instilled in you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so.
We got some folks out here who literally could be poly and then get in a relationship with a monogamous person and be mono.
Yeah.
I mean, just the simple.
Yeah, I'm not flip flopping that way.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. But I'm not gonna. And it's not just with anybody. I'm not gonna get with a monogamous person and be monogamous because you're monogamous.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we're gonna have to figure something out. And then it also depends on your environment because as much as we are poly. Prior to poly lesbians, our ability to shoot our shot and talk to women and practice it day to day was not as open or available.
Yeah. Get yourself the comment.
Lyric says, "What would you say is the first step of changing the generational?" Okay. What would you say is the first step of changing the generationally instilled monogamy mindset?
Well, that's a good question. I like that question. Do you want to answer it first, Qing Javon?
Repeat it again.
What would you say is the first step of changing the generationally instilled monogamy mindset?
I gotta think about that one. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, you want to hit that, baby? I like that question a lot.
Maybe giving your kids a choice. I'm taking it back because I ain't getting no representation of being like at least a lesbian, let alone poly. So not being given that choice, so when our kids will be able to grow up and be like, maybe I do want 2 wives, 2 boyfriends, 2 whatever. But I wasn't given that choice. I was over there thinking like maybe, but I ain't gonna tell nobody because everybody's looking like that's supposed to be weird. Like everyone's thinking like it's supposed to be one. So representation.
Yeah, I think that's first and foremost, of course. I think aside from representation, what's probably most important is, I guess, the availability to the information, like this research, like the actual lifestyle. Like when I was growing up, right? First of all, polyamory wasn't a thing. All I knew of was polygamy, and in my mind, you had to be like Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like
some religious
with
aspect.
a bunch of wives. It was just like so different in my mind to what I viewed anything of this lifestyle to be. Lord, I'm killing the dog again. So you know, I think I didn't have the proper representation and research, like accessible, especially at that time. When I was growing up, you couldn't just hop on your phone and type, you know what I'm saying, and Google something. Like, what is polyamory? That wasn't really going on. Don't make no young comments because, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't care how old I am. That's not what I was doing when I was younger. You feel me?
Poly. You wasn't Googling poly. That shit was old.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even start. You know what I'm saying? So I think representation, proper research, and I think also what's very unfortunate that a lot of people don't have access to is even after you do all the research on poly, right? And you figure out all the definitions of what they mean, you figure out who you are. The platform to people who look like you is very small. You know what I'm saying? I get on, and you know, I say this in the most polite way. I get on a lot of these pages, a lot of these poly pages, and even when they say they're for the LGBT community, they're dominated by the Caucasian community. And people that look like me are not see. I don't see these people on the pages, and that lack of representation is also important because when I go and watch Seeking Sister Wives and I watch these shows on Amazon and Netflix or whatever, I don't see people that look like me that practice life like me. You know what I'm saying? I barely see, and I haven't even seen a lesbian dynamic. Period. That's displayed majorly upon like a social representation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's important. Yeah. What's wrong, Mucka girl?
Yeah,
You want to say
I really, y'all pretty much covered it. Like, I completely agree with both of y'all. It's all about just giving your kids the choice, like letting them know what's out there, letting them, and I think it's not giving the kids a choice and just like embedding it in them head that this is okay and this is okay. Just let their minds flow freely instead of saying, oh, you're supposed to be with a man, oh, you're supposed to be with a woman, one woman. Just don't put anything in their head. Let them make the choice, and it's good to let them make the choice while they're young because they'll know what they want when they're older.
Yeah. And it would be easier to allow them to make their own decisions if everything was generally normalized to them. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're making their decisions based off of what they see on TV now, they're going to see that there's heterosexual couples and couples are of 2 people in monogamous relationships. And that normalcy should be what I want because that's what I see that's normal. As opposed to the lack of representation doesn't even give them the ability to make those choices because they don't know what normal is and they don't want to be, like most people don't want to be weird or abnormal.
Right. And it's hard because you try to show them that everything that they think of as far as being in a relationship and doing this and doing that, it's okay. But what do you do when they go to school? Because I know my ex-wife and I, we raised a son. And I remember when he's 19 now, but I remember when he was like 4, everything was normal to him till he started school. Like, he understood that he had 2 moms. He understood that we were lesbians and all this stuff, and he was okay with that. But as soon as he started school and we would go pick him up and stuff like that, like these little kids would be like, you got two moms? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he started thinking, and then he started saying either somebody's dad would come pick them up, somebody's mom would come pick them up, and that's supposed to be normal because we were the only lesbians picking him up for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So he started saying, like, he'll start asking us, why don't y'all be with men? Because, you know, he thought that was normal because of what school teaches them, the school environment.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what makes it hard too.
Explaining all aspects to your children. Sometimes we do fall through the cracks of certain things. I mean, kids are evil, so like we gonna miss something regardless. But explaining to your kids, okay, so you're at home, you have two moms, we're lesbians. Other people have dads. Other people have two dads. Other people don't have no mom, one dad. Like, and also explain those other dynamics of life in totality, not just your experience in your life.
Yeah. But that's when we get to talking about TV and why that's so important. Because imagine had some of those children seen something that normalized it on TV, and maybe their question wouldn't have come from a place of confusion or offense, but rather than, you know, being understanding, or probably wouldn't have been a question at all for to address that discomfort. You know. So yeah, I like that question. See, I like brain teeth.
Miss Tiana says that part, living a poly life is a choice, but being polyamorous isn't.
I like that. I like that.
Sophia says, great point. Tatiana says, same way living openly as our queer selves is a choice. But even in the closet, we're queer, right?
Right.
Everybody's definition of queer is different, but yeah. Cara says, agree 1,000,000%, Trey. Allie says, though he wants to be in the live, dang it. Then Dee says, right, feeling all left out. Belladia says, hey. Then everybody says hello to the dog. Tatiana says, also teaching them that other people's opinions about their lifestyle mean nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's hard. It's so hard to get.
So hard. Kids are so impressionable. Kids are impressionable. They want to look cool in front of their friends. They want to do all this stuff. So it to them, like, for the majority, being with a man and a woman is normal when it comes to society. So when they start saying that more than what this kind of dynamic is like, why are we so different? Are we weird? I want to be like them because that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And you know, when it comes to children, I think when you have that mindset to where I don't care about anybody's opinion, that normally stems from some type of trauma. That stems from being disappointed, hurt, or people's opinions actually having some type of effect on you in the past. You normally don't have that trait instilled in you, right? I'm not saying no one does because they weren't raised that way, but most of us get that trait from trauma, not because we just don't care what no one else thinks.
Right.
Somebody hurt our feelings once, and
now I gotta not care about the rest of you because that hurt my feelings too much. You know? So yeah, we got any more comments? All right.
Precious said, my daughter's 15, but she never questioned why I was not with the man. It's all about, every child is different also. It's kind of like a case-by-case scenario.
Yeah. Have you ever asked your daughter how does she feel about it? Because just because a child doesn't necessarily address something doesn't mean it isn't on their mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Kids can keep a lot of stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they sense discomfort. They know that
they have to.
If I ask you this, that might not make mommy comfortable, you know. So yeah. Any further questions, y'all? Feel free to drop them in the comments because we're gonna be wrapping up this live soon. We'll be hitting our 2-hour mark as usual.
Dang, it's been 2 hours.
Almost.
It usually happens that way.
Almost.
We just sit here like we're having a good old
time. Just vibing.
Yeah.
Kenya says, my mama taught me not to give a fuck about people's opinions. No trauma.
That's why I said everybody is gonna sit here and be like, yeah, my mom didn't teach me that. Some people were raised that way, but I can tell my reason for not giving a fuck about the rest of the world comes from trauma, and most people who have issues with other people and their opinions come from trauma. You know what I'm saying? Ain't most of us ain't being raised to say fuck the world. Right. Well, some of us should be trying to raise some compassion.
Shoot, some of us are being raised to fuck the world and not choosing that path.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes instilling that is a trauma. You know, because as much as I say I didn't grow up that way, and if you know my moms don't care about nobody and nothing. You know what I'm saying? she is fuck the world to the max. And I didn't grow up that way, you know. I didn't grow up thinking that way, at least.
Precious asked if we would introduce the poly life to our children.
Yeah,
of course.
It's gonna be in their face.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna start like you're 6 years old. They're too young. Maybe when they get older. No, I'm not playing them games. Yeah, this is another woman in your life, or not. Like, we're gonna play this by ear.
Yeah. I want them to see great representations of polyamorous relationships.
Mm-hmm. I got a question for y'all. Have y'all seen each other like hurt over someone else? Like hurt. Like you had, it was like it took you a minute to get over them, and it was like sad days for weeks. Hurt. Have y'all seen each other go through that?
Whew. Let me start by saying I have not seen Tracia. I have not seen Tracia hurt by like a metamor or anything like that. Like by another partner. No, I have not. I've not seen that. I've seen like family members probably, you know, step on your toes and shit like that. A little more shit that's way out of my control.
Mm-hmm. So, I have a hard exterior.
Yeah.
Very.
So that very.
I'm not gonna say I've never seen her hurt by anyone. I think we balance hurt differently in our relationship. So as much as she's able to hurt, if she wants to sit here and mope all day and eat Chunky Monkey ice cream and you know watch the Notebook, like I let her do that. She's just not that girl. So there's that. But have I ever seen her? Of course, and I'm there for her. That's just normal. It's not like this bitch again, you know. Like it's, you know, I'm always there for her. She's my best friend first, my wife then. Anytime anybody hurts her feelings, I'm hurt too, and I'm ready to go for blows. So
yeah, I think that reminds me earlier what I was saying, like navigating two separate relationships and when it's okay to like have these conversations with my wife, because like, okay, so say if another woman hurt my feelings, one, it's pretty shameful and it's not a conversation I'm just prideful to have with anybody, let alone my wife. Like, let me just tell you how she stepped on my feelings today. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, that don't feel good. That's one thing. Two, it places like, it makes me play with boundaries, because like, how do I keep this relationship separate and private and respect our boundaries without also confiding into the same person that is always there when my feelings are hurt, or who are just simply considered my best friend, right? So it blurs the lines on where to put boundaries in a relationship. But I haven't been in a situation to where I feel like I couldn't express to my wife that my feelings would hurt, neither that be in time or just a little bit after it happening. She's pretty damn supportive. But sometimes, like you said, you get pissed off. Like I get hurt, you get mad. Yeah. So that make it hard to come to her about something that might hurt my feelings, because I know I might forgive this person, but I know Tracia don't cut no slack. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up.
Just for real. I'll be like, dang, she just stepped on my shoe. I don't give a fuck that bitch at all. She seen your foot.
So how do you handle that? Like, if it's somebody that hurt your feelings and stuff like that, and she's not really fucking with them no more, like, what do you do then? Do you still, because if you forgive them, but she's still like, what do you do?
Monkey, it is not a good time for the third time. Okay, so that's hard. That's really hard for me to address and answer, because I think what's important to me is this kitchen table poly I keep speaking about. Like, that is like important regardless of who, how, and what like I'm doing dating. And so if my wife has like just put you on the X list, she's banned you, and she just dislikes you now and wants no parts, it becomes very hard to conduct that relationship naturally. So it makes me have to separate things more than I would like. And I think depending on how much you are invested and interested in the person, I'd be willing to try. But would it be successful going against everything I built my foundation on? I'm not necessarily sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to say how I handle it or address it. I'm a type of person that I hate to walk away from people. Like I really do. It probably comes from my own childhood traumas. I really hate walking away from people. So it'd be hard, but I mean, I have to be transparent. Like, yo, like you fucked up with my wife, you know. And hopefully, it's a reasonable fuck up. Like you can't be mad because she stepped on my foot and then she, you know, mushed it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get over something like that. But if she's reasonably mad and reserves the right to be upset or disappointed in a person, then I have to respect that.
That's my answer. Because I think it depends on the woman. I feel like in essence of her doing something as much as little as stepping on your shoe or as big as, you know, jumping in somebody's inbox she shouldn't have been doing. If she's a woman that, you know, understands she's done wrong, is trying, is looking for better and growth, then okay. Sorry. However, if that woman, or no, not however, I will give you that if you are the woman that is able to, you know, get back with yourself. I give 1,000,000 chances if she's going to continue to speak to you. And that's the dating separate. That's not my relationship. So as much as I don't give a fuck about that bitch, I'm not dating that woman. So to be like, she can't come back in this house, that's not my decision. You know, unless she's done something like terribly wrong, hit me or called me bitch and this and that, you know, okay. But I can't dictate who she speaks to and how she speaks to them. So I would still expect that relationship to go on.
Right.
This is where that sense of compersion comes in, because I'm going to give you 100 chances to be a better woman to my woman, because I know she's being great to you. Right. If you can't live up to that, I'm the type, in essence of, you know, she says she doesn't let people go. Oh, I let you go. I've already let you go. Like, I don't play them games. Sorry, you done messed up once with me.
Right.
Sorry. I mean, if you feed me.
That's what's
I really don't have time to go back and forth with people hurting my feelings. You get one good chance hurting my feelings, and I'm not going to keep going back. Now, if that's of being her partner, if she falls in love with you and it works out, bet. We'll work it out someday, somehow.
Right.
Because I'm going to be nicely anyway.
That's cool. It's good that y'all got that type of communication.
Without it, this wouldn't work.
See, that sounds good and then once you start disliking that woman, talking about like everything don't be fun no more. Like you get all boring. I'll be like, let me not even bring her up.
Then my first response is, well, because she's bugged. You knew you messing with that bugged out bitch anyway. I'm like, so it's not fun to tell me it makes it work. I already feel the way I feel. Yes. Miss Lyric Johnson, do you all feel that, I think she's saying, labeling the poly lifestyle is okay to achieve a closer relationship with your initial partner?
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not sure I understand this question here.
You mean labeling the poly lifestyle? Could you dig a little deeper in that to me, baby, please?
I would think everybody's confirmed with us. Didi's clapping now.
I think after we get that, we're going to hit with the wrap up. And before we even get there, we should just do some little updates, right? Some updates. You coming to DC? Yeah.
When don't shake that head. All members on lives have to officially come to DC. Come on.
When is it again?
June 10th to 12th.
I mean, I can.
So you was available. You was just deciding not to come.
To be honest, like, how can I put this? I just recently, when I say recent, probably these past couple of months, went through like a heartbreak. So I was barely in the group. And then when I came back in the group, I was like, dang, they making all these plans and I missed them. So I just gotta, you know, I gotta make the plans and stuff like that. Is everybody getting their separate rooms? Like, how's it happening?
So I got you right now. So DC, I'm gonna just say it in a general statement so everybody watching this can get the information too. So DC, we're going to DC June 10th to June 12th. That's a Friday to Sunday. Everybody will be responsible for their own lodging. Like if you want a hotel, Airbnb. Wherever you stay in DC for the weekend is wherever you stay. We have well, we're calling it the admin's house, right? So we got a very large house. As a matter of fact, I got both of the houses on the property, so we could have the whole property to ourselves. And I will be hosting a bunch of events in and out the house, right? So we just came back from ATL, probably a little bit over a month ago now. And while we were there, we hopped on a party bus. We went to a lounge. We did brunches. We had activities at the hotel. We did it at the hotel for the last trip. And we had like what was it? Pajama jam night. It was really successful. There's a lot of videos for the Poly Lesbians Takeover Atlanta. So yeah, DC, we got a bigger plan this time though. We not in no hotels. Like I said, I bought out the whole property. Do you understand? I bought the whole property out for y'all. And I have a lot of things planned. The official itinerary is going to be posted on the 1st. Thank you, baby. It's going to be posted on the 1st. And as usual, when we do an event, there's normally like the regular activities that you can meet us at for free. And then there's like the paid activities. So like last time, we did the hotel bus. I mean, party bus. The party bus. Yeah, I'm bugging. We did the party bus. And I think how much everybody paid? 40. Yeah, everybody paid like $40 to get on the party bus, and we rode out, and we had a bunch of fun up there. It was definitely worthwhile. So I'll be doing something similar. I'm not going to announce what it is. Something similar and more fun this time, and it's going to be bigger. I rented a big space to accommodate at least 75 to 100 people.
I'll definitely come through. I'm down.
Yeah, and I understand, but it's all fun and love too. You know, it's not about meeting your matches, just connecting with people in this poly world. I made more friends than I could ever ask for. Yeah. You know, I learned a recent term, and I think it's very important to my life. I think I finally found one, a life partner.
Why I said that?
Yeah, and I think I got me a life partner. You know, and I met her on a page. She's a member, and she's been a very like close friend to me. For a while. So yeah, you meet a whole bunch of different type of people, and you know they offer whatever they can to your life.
That's what's up. I'm down. I'm coming.
Yeah. Aren't you in the DMV?
Nah, she's in Cali, right?
No, I'm not in Cali no more. I'm in Illinois now.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you ain't too far off.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the conversation like?
We gotta get back to that question. But Gaz is now coming because she's coming.
Yes, was coming.
Anyway,
but now she's gonna make sure she there. But she coming one way or another. You don't have a choice. At all. Choices unlimited. Sorry. I will come kidnap you, girl.
But yeah. Miss Johnson, so the word was tabling, not labeling. I thought it was a typo. Do you all feel that tabling the poly lifestyle is okay to achieve a closer relationship with your initial partner? And she means tabling in essence of stepping back from it.
I'm sorry, say the question again. You lost me.
So, do you all feel that tabling the poly lifestyle is okay to achieve a closer relationship with your initial partner? I would like the definition to initial. So, is it me?
So, like example, or is it so as a solo person? She's starting off solo, and then the person that she's initially building this foundation with before they branch off to this triad or adding nesting or open partners.
Well, I don't think it will be tabling the poly lifestyle. I think if you get a new relationship, hands down, you shouldn't be talking to this one, that one, that one, this. No, I'm talking 18 women. I think that any woman you get into a relationship with, you should dedicate yourself to that woman. Being poly doesn't mean that with that woman, you're not with others.
Yeah.
So tabling it wouldn't be what you're doing. Yeah. Simply giving respect to the relationship as it is.
Yeah. And I think like the pausing the poly, like that's not necessarily what you're doing anyway. You know, just because you're not actively dating additional partners doesn't take away from like, you know, your poly. You're still very much poly. You're just not actively practicing the art of dating people. You know.
Interesting.
So yeah. That was the last question up there. Anybody got anything else to say?
I don't like how we keep answering questions and she's just sitting over there talking about interesting.
Because y'all teaching me some stuff, you know, like I haven't really had like a lot of poly experiences. So it's just like, because like I said, it's hard to find like-minded people. And I'm very picky. So it's just like, y'all teaching me something. How old are y'all, if y'all don't mind me asking?
Take a good guess. Most of the group knows.
maybe early 30s.
For me?
Both of y'all early 30s.
Okay, no. Who first? Me. Okay,
Somebody got it right.
I'm 24 years old.
24.
Yeah, I'm 24.
I'm 32. No one ever.
Y'all so mature. It's just wow. That's what's up.
Oh yeah. That's why they make fun of me on this page for being a baby, but I'm the oldest baby they know. Promise. You feel me?
It seems like you got an old soul.
Yeah, I get it a lot. But so yeah, guys, that's the DC update. Please hit my inbox. Also, we have one more room left inside of the admin's house. So, like I said, I brought all of the property on I brought all the whole house and the guest house, everything on the property. So I was extending the invite to 2 members. One spot is already filled. I'm prioritizing members who I, obviously already have connections with, but I'm also open. So just hit my inbox if you are interested in taking the last room left into the poly admin's house.
I'll take it.
Why? Do you see the eyebrows? I see the whole time. She was just waiting for you to finish. Stop talking.
You'll take it?
I'll take it.
Hit inbox.
Okay, so hit the inbox for details because, some people, they saying they take it, and then some people was like, I need a hotel for cheaper. I was like, calm down.
Which is connected and close
Yeah,
to us. Don't you like us?
So yeah, just so you know, there's it's me and all the other rest of the admin team, one other member, and then it would be you, the second member. So, look. I'm gonna confirm if you took it because I'm gonna have to take back what I said on this live. So I will confirm if she took it or not once I get in her inbox and see what if we're on the same page with everything. Jesus Christ, God damn! At this point, I'm trying to wrap it up. All right.
We didn't miss your question. We answered it. I don't know where you were at, but that happened.
Oh yeah. Keep out for the numbers game. I will be posting the numbers game. I will be posting it probably in a couple days to open it so I can start collecting the numbers and then we can start the game sometime next week. So just keep eye out for the page. You could go to the page and turn your notifications on, or you can just go to my page and turn your notifications on, and you'll see anytime I post into the page. I'm not active on my regular page, so you'll never get any notifications on that. So yeah, DC numbers game. I guess this room is about to be taken. Like I said, I'll let y'all know. And I want to give Qing Javon, just a huge shout out just for coming up here with us. I know a lot of people are shy, but anybody can do it. Hop up on my inbox and we're gonna put you on the live here. You know what I'm saying?
Acting like that.
You feel me? All the ladies about to flood your inbox now.
Oh yeah.
I'm already getting messages. Like y'all was talking to me and I got like 5 messages. I'm like,
Look, let me tell you, I love to hear the love connection, so just let us know.
Yes.
We nosy, you feel me?
The Fem matchmaking game just happened. Who is together, who is not, who made a best buddy.
I just got a text message today, one of the members that we put in the matchmaking game months ago, 3 months ago. They was like, we made 3 months today. And I was like, that's lit. You feel me? So, holla at me, hit my inbox if you guys got any questions, concerns, or Trisha, whoever's more friendly. I don't know. But yeah, peace, love, and a bottle of Dove, y'all. Qing Javon, you've been the shit. I appreciate you.
no problem. Thank y'all.
Later.